Imagine two people living in the same city. They wake up at the same time, they work similar jobs, and surprisingly, they earn almost the same salary. From the outside, their lives look almost identical, but fast forward 10 years. One of them has built investments, savings, and financial stability. The other one is still living paycheck to paycheck, still stressed about money, still wondering why things never seem to improve. So what happened? Did one of them get lucky? Did one of them win the lottery? Not at all. The difference usually comes down to a few invisible habits. Habits that most people never question. And today we're going to talk about the hidden patterns that keep millions of people financially stuck, even when they earn good money. Because the truth is simple, but uncomfortable. Earning money and building wealth are not the same thing. Most people grow up believing something very simple. Work hard, earn more money, and eventually you will become financially comfortable. But reality often tells a different story. In many cities around the world, there are professionals earning respectable salaries who still feel constant financial pressure. They have decent jobs, they work long hours, but at the end of every month, the numbers in their bank account barely move. Why? Because income alone does not create wealth. Income only creates opportunity. What truly determines financial outcomes is what happens after the money arrives. And this is where the first invisible trap appears: lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation happens slowly, so slowly that most people don't even notice it. When your income increases, your lifestyle quietly increases as well. Maybe you upgrade your apartment. Maybe you buy a slightly nicer car. Maybe you start eating out more often. None of these decisions feel irresponsible. In fact, they feel deserved. After all, you worked hard for that money. But over time, these small upgrades begin to stack on top of each other. Your rent increases, your monthly payments increase, your subscriptions increase, your expectations increase, and suddenly something strange happens. You are earning more money than ever before, but you feel just as financially stressed as you did years ago. This is the financial treadmill. You run harder and harder, but you stay in the same place. There's another reason this pattern is so powerful: comfort. Humans naturally adapt to better living conditions very quickly. What once felt like a luxury soon becomes the new normal. The nicer apartment becomes ordinary. The nicer car becomes expected. The nicer lifestyle becomes something you feel you cannot lose. And this creates a subtle psychological trap. Instead of building wealth, people become busy maintaining their lifestyle. They work not to grow their freedom, but simply to sustain their current level of comfort. This is why some people earning high incomes still feel financially trapped. Their income is high, but their financial flexibility is very low. Now let's talk about something that quietly changes everything: time. In the world of investing, time is one of the most powerful forces. Small amounts of money invested consistently can grow in surprising ways over long periods. This is because of compound growth. When investments begin generating returns, those returns can begin generating their own returns. And over many years, the effect becomes dramatic. But there is a problem. Most people delay investing for far too long. They believe investing is something they will start later, after they make more money, after their life feels more stable, after they feel more confident. But every year of delay reduces the power of compounding. Time is the one resource that cannot be replaced. And those who begin earlier gain an advantage that is very difficult to catch later. Another key difference between people who build wealth and those who struggle financially is how they think about money. Many people see money primarily as something to spend, a tool for comfort, entertainment, and lifestyle. But people who focus on building wealth often view money differently. They see money as a resource that can be used to create more money. Instead of asking, "What can I buy with this?" they ask, "How can this grow?" That shift in perspective may sound small, but over many years, it leads to very different outcomes. Spending money provides temporary satisfaction. Investing money creates long-term possibility. When researchers study people who achieve long-term financial stability, they often find something interesting. Their habits are surprisingly simple. They avoid unnecessary lifestyle inflation. They invest consistently. They think long-term. And perhaps most importantly, they are patient. Building wealth rarely happens overnight. It usually happens gradually, quietly, almost invisibly, until one day the results become impossible to ignore. At the end of the day, the biggest difference between financial stress and financial freedom is rarely a single dramatic decision. It is the accumulation of small choices. The choice to save a little more. The choice to invest earlier. The choice to avoid unnecessary financial pressure. Over months and years, these decisions begin to shape your financial future. So the real question is not simply, how much money do you earn? The real question is, what habits are guiding your financial life? Because once you begin to understand how money truly works, you realize something powerful. Wealth is not only about income, it is about behavior, and small behaviors repeated consistently over time can quietly change everything.